Why, I pet, and to neck, blah, blah. Anyways, I've heard some of you lot aren't happy with the transfer window, and are making jokes about us not switching on the fax machine, ho ho. Call says all the other clubs make loads of mistakes with players, but we do things proper here at Blackpool, and to get the proper players to stay in the championship, we had to have a proper strategy, and that there was 4 things that we had to read. First, Call wanted to give foreign players a bit of a swerve if possible. And now this is not very politically correct, but I just shipped a load out, as it can be a bit of a nuisance, complaining that they can't play this continental ticky-tacky football on war pitch, and moaning that having a McDonald's after the match is nah good for the Mediterranean diet, blah blah. By the way, some of yous might be wondering why that old Landy didn't get the push with the other foreigners. Well, Cole did want to do it, but when I had a word with old Andy, he said I could have 2 weeks at his gaff in Spain for my summer holidays. So I told Cole he was too important for the team. I played a blinder there, eh? Anyways, the second thing on the strategy is that Cole said he does a character test to see if the players are all okay off the field, as having a few football pals for Cole's lad in the hotel is great, but not if they get up to all sorts of funny business like last year. Anyways, that's by the by. Basically, anyone that's not a decent fella like Cole can't come here. I did have a word with him about that stupid Pillock Ranger, but he said that was all the fault of that trainee that he got in to replace Matt Williams when he went off to Shrewsbury like. As for the third thing on the strategy, I shouldn't really say this, as I've never had a relegation in my career, but if that happens, Cole says that the players maybe will be a bit fed up to be playing at places like Rochdale and Morecambe, so to minimise the risk, he says it would be better if the players that we get are already playing against Rochdale and Morecambe, so it'll be easier for them. Really brilliant idea, that. The last bit of the strategy is a bit difficult for me to explain, like, as it's all to do with wages and stuff. Cole said he got really annoyed with that Riga bloke, so he tried to get a bit tricky with the paperwork and all, so I've stayed well out of the way. Cole says he gets really fed up with all these players being greedy, trying to get the parachute payments and spending all their money on houses and cars and fancy number plates and stuff. He says players should be here because he really wants to play football for Blackpool. After that, Cole said it was my job to identify the players and he would check them out and see if they fit the strategy. He said that Riga fella was really lazy and would only give him one list, but he asked me for loads of players and seemed really pleased with us. When I couldn't think of any more players, Cole said just give us a general idea, like a tall defender or a nippy winger. So I says I need a good strong defender, maybe it's from the championship, or maybe it's a lad who can't get a game every week at a top side like Newcastle. So I was a bit surprised when I got the lad from Aki Stanley. Cole says it's a bit like that online shopping. They don't always have what you want. So you can ask for fresh pineapple, but they deliver a tin of fruit salad. You can refuse, but you're getting the afters for your meal. I wasn't sure about that, but I had a chat, man to man, and says, yeah, okay, on the plus side, there's no way a lad from Accrington will be mixed up in all that celebrity wag off the field bollocks like Jamie. I'm sure round there he'll be happy if his board just has the right number of fingers. For the next player, I says I needed a top striker. Cole says that those fellas have big wages, so I'd need to let Milligan out. So I says, well, okay. Anyways, Cole said he'd got a real result here in getting Andy Johnson. Said he'd scored loads of goals last year on this DVD he gave me. Well, I said okay, but I was a bit confused, and I had a look at the DVD later on, but it was from 2004, and some cheeky bastard had changed the 0 to a 1. I checked up and told Carl that he's near been knackered for 4 years, and he'd only last 5 minutes on war pitch. So we had to knock him back. Carl said it was too late to get anybody else, so that was that. Now, you lads, don't forget the 2 players we got in from Sunderland a while back. Mind you, they'd gone anywhere for in Sunderland. The place is a shithole. Just a Geordie joke there, fellas. To be honest, I was hoping for some more players, but War Call says it's his way of helping with this not a penny more thing that you lords started. He did also say 1 or 2 other players would have to gun out, and that's for, tactical reasons. But, anyways, who's gonna miss that Mackenzie was shite anyway? On the plus side, Cole's saying he'll use the money we've saved for loan players. And now you lords will say that's a load of shite and you've heard it all before, but hand on heart, I've heard him talking about him. Between you and me, well, Cole's a bit of a dull fella, but he seems quite excited about these loans. Now, I've been a manager for quite a while, and I didn't like to see that I'd never even heard of these unsecured loans that he was talking about. So I've asked all my staff about these loans, even the nice lady who makes all the tea and coffee, 'cause we get 'em great like, but she didn't know either. So, if you clever lords on the social media know what these unsecured loans are, just do us a Twitter or whatever. That would be great. Hooray!
It's a puppet!